Hello everybody, welcome to the channel. This is my 5th video where I'm actually speaking because I went and bought a 3-foot extension cord, mounted my mic inside my helmet. Still wind noise, but you can hear me talking just fine. So on all my videos previous to this one, I was just basically running some errands around town and stuff like that because I'm still basically learning this motovlogging thing. And so I figured, since I bought the extension cord and was able to successfully mount my mic inside my helmet, that it was time that I actually went on an actual adventure with my bike, since I'm going to put the acronym ADV in my channel. So today we're going to Nelson, Nevada, which is about 30 minutes outside of my house. That's about 20 minutes from Boulder City, Nevada, which is south of Las Vegas. And Nelson, Nevada, if you're unfamiliar with it, is a ghost town and a tourist destination where they've actually preserved the town very well. There's a little community out here of people who want to live in peace and quiet, and yeah, it's great. There's a ton of vehicles out here, old vehicles, new vehicles. There's airplanes out here, and incredibly picturesque, as you can tell. You see ahead of me, I mean, it's just beautiful right now. We're coming down, and there you can see the little town of Nelson, the actual residents of Nelson. But it's just surrounded by natural desert beauty. Fall is finally moving in, so this is the best time to ride a bike out here in the desert, spring and fall. And I don't know, it's probably low 70s, 70, maybe even high 60s right now, but I'm relatively comfortable. So anyway, during times when gold was discovered out here, Nelson was one of the places. It's El Diablo Canyon is where we're going. And, there was a gold mine. Gold was discovered. They founded a mine, and of course, every time a mine or two was found, a little community propped up for the people who were prospecting and working mines and stuff like that. So the Colorado River is also a few miles ahead, and so at the time it was called Nelson's Landing. It may still be called Nelson's Landing, but the signs say Nelson, as you'll see here coming up. Got to be careful here because when it rains, see, it says Nelson. There is gravel sometimes on the road here. Not my traction control off. But anyway, this is a very beautiful, short ride. Very nice, picturesque road. Here's a little town of Nelson. It is your typical, stereotypical little desert town. A lot of horror movies were made on little towns like this. Motorhomes, lots of hoarding going on, stuff like that. The ghost town is coming up, and it's just people come here, visit, take a little tour. You can go inside the mine, which is really cool, and there's just lots of great vehicles and old buildings and everything out there, which we'll be approaching in a few minutes here. But yeah, a lot of blind corners here, gravel. The road is not exactly the best maintained, so you got to be careful. But it's just absolutely beautiful out here. Mountains are gorgeous. Down on your right, there's a boat don't know if you can see it or not. I don't know how it got there, but it's been there forever. And those rocks down there, you can see it spray painted on the side there. I don't know if I'm capturing on my camera now. It's like a boat, metal boat. Don't want to take my eyes off the road too much, but the scenery is just so beautiful out here. Or else I got somebody behind me who wants to fly through here, but I'm not gonna do that, even though I know the road pretty well. This is a very favorite destination of mine that is quick, that is a great way to get out of the city, Las Vegas. And look at these potholes. Ugh. So there's the ghost town of Nelson right there. You see the tin roofs that they put on them to preserve them. When you get closer, you'll see really great. Oh, pothole. Oh, yeah, they don't maintain the roads very well here. So yeah, I just got a ride using engine braking down. It's 35, but in town, or in the ghost town here, it's less. But as you can see, it's just absolutely gorgeous out here. Great hiking. Back a few miles, there's some places out there that. So here it is. Look at all these old vehicles, old buildings. There's some people out here enjoying Nelson. There's some old mining equipment there. I mean, there's still old mining from the mine. I'm gonna pull over here because here's something I definitely want to show you. I don't know if they're gonna let me come over here, but maybe if I can get in and out real quick, I can talk about this real quickly. This airplane ahead of me is the airplane from 3,000 Miles to Graceland with Kevin Costner, Kurt Russell, and Courtney Cox. This was the airplane that was over the gas pumps at the gas station that Kevin Costner blew up. So those of you who have seen the film know this airplane very well. And I don't know how they get all this equipment, but here's some old mining equipment. Backing up on this bike is hard because even I'm 6'1", I still have to tippy-toe it. All right, I'm coming. Thank you. So, don't stop, close, go away. I think a lot of people are taking a lot of liberties out here, and I think they're starting to have more rules. But this was once a town. You know, here's an old bus. Those old cars. There's all kinds of a telephone booth. Old Texaco sign. Don't be here after dark, that sign says. But anyway, it's just a great place. The people who run it are very nice. We met them a few years ago when the kids were little. We brought them out here. Took the mine tour. It's pretty cool. So we're going to go over to the Colorado and look at that beautiful site here. There's that old Navy plane too. That's pretty cool. Every time I come out here, there's more stuff. There's old planes over there behind that old fuselages of planes over there. The same Navy planes. I don't know how they get this stuff. They buy it at auction or what? It's just amazing to me. But yeah, there's some beautiful picturesque stuff. I think my camera's a little crooked here. I'm going to straighten it up a little bit here. Yeah. Just amazing scenery out here. This is the thing about the desert. If you can get past the heat, it's some of the most beautiful, picturesque places. And this being so close to where I live, it's just a great place for me. Get on my bike and just take an hour and just clear my head. There's some caves there up ahead. You can see that mountain there. There's caves everywhere out here. I mean, in the desert. I mean, it's just crazy. And I'm not one to go inside them because you never know. There's a coyote, mountain lion, rattlesnakes, whatever. People go in these things. Look at those caves. People go in them though. People go in old mines. There's YouTube videos. People going in old mines. I mean, the wood and the ladders in these mines are, 100 years old and just rickety. And I'm just like, I would love to go on these things, but I'm not going to die checking out a mine. Now, I would buy a mine because if you go down into a mine in the summertime, it is nice and cool. And the mine that we went here in Nelson years ago, it was I don't know if it was summertime, but it was cool in there. I mean, it was just beautifully comfortable. But yeah, look at the little, a lot of little cactus growing here. So this is part of the Lake Mead National Recreation Area also. Some people go hours and hours or even drive for days or fly places to look at places like this. And we're lucky to have it in our own backyard here. Came out here yesterday, but my cable to my microphone was in the shot, and somehow my camera settings got put on some kind of blue filter or something. Everything was blue, and you really can't enjoy this beautiful scenery when you have a blue haze on everything. But yeah, this is a beautiful ride here. And there's so many beautiful rides like this around where we live in the desert. Not all are as close as this. Some you got to go a little further away. But look at that. Look at all the colors there. You got brown, green, dark red. This is the thing about the desert that is absolutely gorgeous. And when the weather is nice, it's no better place. There's a Colorado. This wash down here is pretty cool. It has like these, from the erosion, like you can tell the hardest rock that was not, is still standing. You can see them in a little bit. These pillars. So you can see them down there if you look. The dirt washed away and the pillars remain. So yeah, on the other side of the river, that's Arizona. There's the pillars. Hope this is coming out. Still new to all this motovlogging stuff. And I had to put on some adapters for my camera because it was mostly showing the my speedometer and my windshield in the road and nothing up ahead. So right there is just a beautiful shot. The wind doesn't seem to be so bad today. Yesterday I came out here when I wasted 2 hours of my time, and it was just really windy. And that's the thing about the desert, it's always windy. Out in the open, it's always windy. If you get out of town, I mean, the buildings and stuff, you know, kind of mask the wind a little bit, but when you get out in the wide open, it just seems to be windy constantly. Today's not bad though. That's part of the deal, especially if you have a light bike like this one. It just gets blown all over the place. But when I take it off road onto the dirt, you know, I don't want to be lifting a 500-pound motorcycle, because the reality is you will drop your bike, and I have dropped this one plenty of times in the dirt and off the dirt. And it's 380 pounds wet, I believe, is the weight for the KTM 390 Adventure, and it's still heavy. I can't imagine picking up, you know, BMW 1250 GS's or whatever. I just can't imagine that. I have no desire to own a bike like that. And here we have kind of windswept sand over here too. The terrain, the texture of the terrain just changes so much. You have one mountain that's just jagged rocks, and then the next mountain next to it, or hill, I guess I should say, not really mountains, but some are mountains, some are hills. I don't know exactly what exactly distinguishes them. But then there will be one a totally different color of sand. But yeah, I love coming out here. So I'm glad finally got to do something kind of adventury. I was wondering when people would start commenting on my videos saying I thought this was an adventure channel. All you're doing is going to the store. Well, those were my kind of like learning videos. These are still a learning video. I've been riding a lot the last couple of days. My butt's already starting to hurt. I gotta get some kind of either upgrade the seat or get one of those Airhawk things. And the thing is, it's not universal, you know. Some people can ride for hours and hours and hours on this bike and never feel any discomfort. Some people, after an hour, 30 minutes, uncomfortable. So it's not like you can just say, oh, get one of these. You know, you could, of course, because we need to know what's out there, but just because something works for one person doesn't mean it's going to work for another. Pretty slow here, slower than it should be. I think it's 35 here. Anyway, right here is a turnoff. When my children were little, we used to go down here, and it goes down to a nice little cove, and you can swim. The water's clean, but there's lots of people know about it, so it's not like you're alone. But we'll go down there some other day. But here's the overlook here, and we'll get off. Give my butt a rest, and enjoy the beauty. Oh. Oh, getting too old. Oh, somebody's out there in a boat. That's about where the the cove is that we used to go to, so they're probably there. There were no boats here yesterday. There's the Colorado River. There's Arizona on the other side there. This is after the dam. The dam is that way. Hoover Dam. There's a crow. There's lots of black crows. I don't know if that's a crow, but anyway, we do get crows out here. I guess because it's Friday, there's people out here. Nobody out here on Thursday. Some days, like I said, there's a boat launch on the Arizona side down there. I forgot the name of the beach, but it's pretty cool. We'll go out there one day. But yeah, there's a lot of great boating if you're into boating. I barely have enough time for a motorcycle, let alone a boat, but if I had unlimited funds, I'd definitely have a boat. I can't see that far, but if you're into hiking and you're in really good condition, you can see over there, nice little cove over there. I don't know if there's any trails that gets to that, but if you can find yourself a nice secluded cove along the river, well, it's just a great time. The water is clean. It's so quiet out here. You get tired of the hustle and bustle of the city and all the traffic and all the people, and you got to get away.